Yes, it's a good question. So the practices, if you like, um, I've broken them down for clarity's sake into meditation, attunement, and communion. Now, they can all be, in a way, they're all meditative practices. But let's start with attunement. Is when you tune in to your spirit, first of all, mentally, and you can say, "Oh, I am with you. You know, you are with me. I am not just this. I'm not just this. What I experience myself to be. I am much more." So I attune to my higher self. Oh, another part of attunement is to also, in that state, is to kind of feel what your lack is in the moment, you know, what you need in the moment, and reach out to your spirit for that quality. So let's say you are classically, as everybody will be, and is at times, scared, anxious, whatever, shaky, uncertain. And then you go, okay, I can't deal with this situation because I'm feeling this. Then you tune in to your spirit and say, I really need the very quality that will help me in this moment to deal with what A, I'm feeling internally, and B, what I'm trying to deal with externally, or go through, live through externally. So if I'm suffering anxiety, give me a sense of peacefulness. You ask, give me a sense of calmness, of can I just tune into your nature of serenity, your own, because that is another steady state of spirit, serenity. Can I just tune in to that serenity? So that is an attunement. It's not quite closing your eyes and meditating and whatever. It can be instantaneous. It can be here and now. It can be done in any situation, and if you can use it in those situations, at work, in life, in your relationship, whatever you do, that is then you are applying that spiritual unity, and that's what starts making a difference to your life and a difference to you directly, directly, in the here and now, not just, oh, I'll meditate and hopefully the meditation one day I'll reach a certain state, I will be able to deal with these things. No, today, now I need this help. I need help with this. I need clarity of thinking. I've got to write this document. I don't know how to write it. I'm doing this thing with the IT. As usual, it baffles me. I don't know how to do this. I need peace of mind, clarity, clear thinking, objectivity, so to work through this issue that I'm dealing with. And it could be very mundane almost, dealing with some IT issue, or it could be something much more meaningful. You're in the middle of a altercation and fight with somebody, verbal fight, and you suddenly go, hang on a minute, this is not working. I need a certain quality to be with this person. I need to be more stable, less quick to anger, more able to see their point of view, more able to disidentify with my own feelings and see the thing more objectively. These are all spiritual attributes and states that we are wanting. Many of us will say, oh, but those are just psychological states. And we say, yes, they are, but they are induced automatically, spontaneously by our spirit. So when you tune into that makes the difference, or you just tune in just because you want to. You're walking in a park and say, isn't it beautiful here? Oh, I want to tune in and share this with my spirit. And that will make it even more beautiful experience. So now communion is where you just want to commune through love with your spirit and get really in a love vibe. And really, as basic as that, as simple as it might seem, just being in a place with the beloved, to borrow this wonderful phrase from the Sufis, the beloved. where you are the beloved and the beloved is the beloved. Your spirit is your beloved and you're your spirit's beloved. And in that, there is a love connection in your heart, which you experience as loving intimacy, loving beauty, and everything that brings, the bliss that can bring, but also the sense of like, you are loved, you are seen, you are held, you are known, you are not alone, you are safe, you belong. All these states that, if you really see it, is at the root of the human condition and all its pain. Certainly it's at the root of 90% or more of all my therapy clients that I've worked with the last 25 years. You know, just to know I am not alone in this, and I have this part of me that I can tune in, and this is love. And we're not talking about anything religious, God, deities, angels, any of that. This is in your own being. So in a way, you could just do it anyway, in a way. And so that's communion. And finally, meditation is meditation, where we tune in, we spend time just hanging out. I call it meditation, hanging out with your spirit, hanging out with your spiritual higher self, your greater self. You just go there, tuning in. Oh, that's nice, lovely, peaceful vibe, calm. Oh, I just want to be here. I feel, yeah, safe. I feel nice. Or I just feel that expansion of my consciousness, and I feel this is lovely, and the light, and all these words. We don't even have words. As I say, if I got it right, in Sanskrit, they've got over 300 words for spiritual states, and we got, you know, half a dozen. So it's hard to do justice in the English language what one can be derived. So with all these three, meditation, attunement, and communion, as practices, hopefully daily, slowly but surely, incrementally, you get to what spiritual unity pertains to offer. It says it is possible to experience to a lesser or greater degree. I mean, communion, the belovedness, is heartfulness. It is through the heart, you know. I always say, like with attunement, it's almost you go out and up, you know, to your higher self, your greater, that's beyond, you know, that is outside your personality. But in your heart, you go within. It's not go beyond, it's within. And that communion is within your heart. And that beloved is like the part of you that's been waiting there for you to connect, to feel whole. I mean, it feels almost the most out there concept of all of them, to feel that you can experience your spirit as the beloved. And that can be the most beautiful, ecstatic, you know, state that is possible, greater than any beloved, human beloved you have, lover you have had. It's something beyond words. But once you're doing it, and once you're open to that notion that the beloved is there, and it's in effect nothing more than your higher self, you know, and that your soul longs for that spirit. You know, it's like that communities between spirit and you, the soul, coming together, or, you know, the higher self and the personality. And then somehow in that comes this, and when it comes, it comes. But you've just got to be open to it. And that's something that I'm stressing, because it's not something we equate with spirituality very much in the West yet. You know, we got our yogas and mindfulness and this and that and vipassana and all that, but this state of lovingness is something that we still haven't fully kind of grown into. You know, we're catching up with where the Sufis have been the last few centuries, but you know, it's once you enter into that mystery of love, then almost words fail. It's almost, I can't quite explain. I don't feel I can give it justice. I don't think I can explain it as well, this inner state of communion.
Yeah.
I mean, it might seem pedantic, but it is not my methods.
I understand that. It is the method. It is not your method.
It's the Chan system that I have been bequeathed with, that I feel I can do something with now, having been involved with it since 1977. So over 45 years now, I have really been able to feel, you know, the capacity to do it justice. But it's not mine. It's things that have been taught to me, both whilst I was in the same room with Chan and talking to Chan, and since, where through the inner guidance of Chan, as well as my higher self. Yeah. So I always say to my classes, don't think me, think my spirit, and think your spirit for what you've received this class, if it's been a good one.